That's catching.
Yes, yeah. So, my first question is, when I watched the film yesterday, and you can feel the vibe in the audience, and when you first put your hat on and the music sort of starts, everyone is just like got this sort of sense of like, oh my god, Indiana Jones is back. Do you have that? Because you play him, do you actually get that sense of excitement?
You know, when I look at it, what I see is the artful construction. What I see is the master director at work. I see that moment teased out and made, given scale by Steven Spielberg. I see the incredibly wonderful, storytelling capacity of somebody like that. And it makes me feel, glad to be back to that kind of filmmaking.
It must be quite strange for you that playing such an iconic character, like when the trailer came out, I mean, it literally, I think they said it was the most downloaded thing ever, basically, that people, I mean, collectively millions of people around the world wet their pants at the same time. Well, how does it feel to have that sort of effect on people, you know?
It feels grateful. It feels like, that we're doing something that brings satisfaction, brings pleasure to people. That's a good thing. It's a good feeling.
Definitely. Now, doing this film so long after the last ones, was there ever a moment where you thought, is this the right thing to do? Is this the right thing to do? I mean, when did you decide that you felt that it was the perfect time to...
When we had what we thought was the best version of the script that we'd been pursuing an idea, and Cumming and George and Stephen have been working on a script. We've all been involved in the development of a script for some 19 years, well, actually we didn't start for about 5 years after the last movie. And we started thinking about getting back to it, but it took all of us. It took having it down on paper to feel secure about making the investment of time and energy, and not to mention money that it takes to put it on screen.
Now, when you actually, because you had the script and you were going into production, when you actually put on the shirt and the hat and the whip for the first time, I mean, how was that actually getting back into the costume and thinking, I am Indiana Jones again? I mean, for you, I mean...
Well, it doesn't occur to you that in that way. For me, it was just a pleasure to be able to put it all back on, and the character is so unique, and the costume is so unique that the character came back very, very quickly.
Is he very close to you, the character, in some cases?
Well, every actor just has his own, you have your own experience and understanding and personality to use to describe other people, and so I guess he's, I understand who he is. I don't think I'm not very much like him, really.
Now, there's a really funny thing about this, that you've had such enormous amounts of secrecy. And I went to see the film yesterday, and a lot of my friends said, you've got to phone us up, tell us about the film when you've seen it. And I phoned them up, and they go, no, don't tell us anything. I mean, how have you found the whole sort of secrecy thing and keeping everything under wraps? And
well, I think it's a good idea. I think people are going to pay to get in, and we might as well preserve as much of the experience for them, so that when they come in, it will be something that they participate in, not something that they have some key details about. So, which is not to say that if you've kept up with it all and been on the internet and found out some things, it's not going to spoil it for you. But I think it's a good idea to preserve as much mystery about it all as we could.
Now, you've done the fourth one. Would you consider doing a fifth one? Do you still feel like you've got...
It's up to them. If it's successful and people receive it warmly, it's a possibility. Nobody's thinking about it right now, I can tell you that.
But it's not a no.
So,
Thank you very much.